Okay, it's rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah.
Because we don't want to promote racism as well.
Right next to him. I don't know, those ice giants. I mean, why you be hating the ice giants?
Welcome back to Nth-Level Entertainment, the most awesome series, comic book, and movie-related YouTube channel in South Africa. I'm Z the Entertainer.
And I'm Dave.
And welcome to the MCU recap review series. Today we're going to be doing Thor. So, we're doing Thor.
That was a movie.
That's the thing we're doing.
That was a movie I have recently seen. I've rewatched it. Thor 1.
Yes, Thor 1.
Not the Dark World, the worst one, nor the best one, Ragnarok.
Dark World wasn't so bad.
We will talk about that. We'll cross that rainbow bridge when we get to it.
Oh. Yeah. So anyway, spoiler alert for those of you who hasn't seen a movie that came out 6 years ago?
It's a long time ago. A very small child has started schooling. Were they born at the time?
So, yeah, what were your general thoughts on this movie?
It was boring. Yeah, wow, it was surprisingly boring. But this is, I think, a very phase 1 movie. Where you've got
character introduction.
It's just, we were so excited. We just saw the Hulk. We just saw Iron Man.
Yes.
Oh,
1 and 2.
Thor. Okay, there's space travel now. Wow, this looks good.
We have royalty in space, essentially.
That's what they're building off of.
Wow.
So
that was pretty cool.
If you saw this when it came out, it's really great. If you're rewatching it for the 3rd time now. It doesn't hold up. No.
It was good though. I really liked the theme music in it as well. It had a nice score. It was memorable. MCU movies have okay scores, but they're not as timeless as the scores you'd find in John Williams' Superman score, for example.
Can you hum the theme for the Thor theme? Can you hum the Thor theme right now? I can't refute that. I don't remember it myself. So.
That was the scene. That was the music from the scene where he's about to take the throne, and then the frost giants break in, and Odin has to stop having to proclaim him king to go down to the weapons vault.
Because this movie opens with, Black Swan and the Skarsgård plus one broke girl hitting some weird blonde guy in a sandstorm. And then we get a super flashback. Narrated by Anthony Hopkins, which is nice.
Which is awesome.
A good transition.
Awesome.
Yeah, you gotta like your Anthony Hopkins.
You do want a trip back from Woodstock where you hit a failed rock and roll artist on the road, narrated by Anthony Hopkins. You do want that.
Yeah, blonde homeless guy leads into weird religious thing.
Yeah.
One thing that bugs me, right? So we get into the flashback and we know Midgard exists.
Yes.
And
that is Earth as one of the 9th realms.
Asgard is aware of Earth. Cool. Then we go into the final battle that happens on the ice giant planet, and where
Odin loses his eye.
Yes, where Odin loses his eye and kidnaps a baby, but we'll get into that later. And we see, Odin relaying this to his 2 children, one of which is stolen, which we'll get into later.
Yes. Stockholm syndrome seemed to be a big thing on Asgard.
Kidnap a baby.
That kid looked happy.
You want to be king? Kidnap a baby. No, I'm just saying. That's how you.
You want a good supervillain? Kidnap a baby. And then we go into later years when he's now about to be crowned king, as the scene that we just mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Thor's a braggart.
Yes.
Loki seems to be.
And we see that Odin is about to do this much to his own chagrin. He didn't really want to give him the crown.
He clearly doesn't think Thor's ready.
Yeah.
There's a ceremony to announce Thor that gets interrupted by an attack on their weapons vault.
Yeah, by a break-in.
Yeah,
crime is real in Asgard.
Trying to steal a shiny blue cube.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Look, I liked it.
Well, after that, Thor's all like, well, we gotta hit him back, roll on these fools.
They gotta learn a lesson.
So then we end up with a scene where Thor's convincing the Nameless Warriors 3, where they're name-checked once in this movie. I counted. I cannot remember their names.
Except for Sif.
Well, she's attractive and has boobs. So
it was Fandral, the guy who eats a lot. What was his name?
Sir Eats a Lot. I want to say Sir Eats a Lot.
He didn't work for Smarties. No, he wasn't what a lot I got.
And then who's the guy who got replaced in the second one?
Who got replaced by Chuck?
Yeah, Chucky replaced
Chuck. His name was Fandral. That was Fandral. And then Hogan was the dude who they later called Jackie Chan.
Don't remember the names.
They were name checked once.
You don't have to. They're not important to the MCU. That's fine.
Okay, but anyway, they follow Thor to Jotunheim, right? Was the realm of the Frost Giants. And they go basically...
They straight up try to do a drive-by.
What was the point of that, actually? Was Thor just angry?
Yeah, he just wanted to beat down the ice giant. He wanted to relive the glory days of his father.
Yes, and he even wanted his dad to come with him.
So, wait, it took the entirety of Asgard and your dad, Odin, the All-Father, to defeat the ice giants the first time, and you decide to roll in with 3 people whose names I don't remember, 1 chick, and your brother, who we now find out is definitely kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the scene we get the reveal that Loki responds differently to the ice giant's touch. He turns...
At the time, he didn't know this. Yeah.
He turns his original blue. He goes back to Weird Smith.
So anyway, this all happens. Great fight scene, by the way. Like, there was a lot of good visuals. We even had that big ass ice monster.
We get the big ice monster. We get a nice sense of scale there, and
good. And then Odin comes and breaks up the party.
Daddy comes down and it's like, what y'all's been doing? Wait, let me try to fix this. And he tries to talk to the Ice Giant King. It's like, hey, chill. It was just a dumb kid.
Yeah, and he's like...
And the Ice Giant King, understandably, is pretty upset because later on we find out Odin kidnapped his kid. So,
Did Laufey know this, by the way? The Ice Giant King?
Well, he had a child and then he didn't have a child. And now Odin's got a new child?
And then we go back to Asgard, and now Thor is being scolded by Odin, and he gets sent to Midgard for him to learn his lesson.
Well, so Odin casts out Thor. He banishes Thor, scolds Loki, and puts the enchantment on the hammer that becomes the plot point for the rest of the movie.
Yes.
That's sweet.
So that happens, and we see Thor go through the motions of finding love and also learning humility. He tries to actually get the hammer back at a shield facility, and he fails because he's not yet worthy. And I think that's when he first starts to learn the lesson of, okay, there's something in me that needs to change. Because that's when he started being all, arrogant or whatever, or regal.
Well, after his casting out, we end the flashback sequence, we get to him being hit by the car, hitting the van by...
And meeting Jane Foster and the intern.
Wakes up in shenanigans, their jokes. Then we get to the shield facility when he convinces her he's weak, he can't do that. We get Donald Blake comic reference,
yes,
which is nice,
with the jersey,
the call out, and the name tag.
Just by the way, that was the secret identity that Thor used to have in some of the versions of the comic books back in the day. So yeah, that happens. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, we do all that, and we eventually get a cutback after his sequence there on when he gets captured at the facility, at the shield facility built around the hammer.
Yes.
We get him talking to his brother, who is now King of Asgard, because Odin, Loki gave him a heart attack when Loki was like, yo, Dad, did you kidnap me? And Odin's like,
it wasn't a heart attack. He fell into the Odin sleep.
That don't look like a... Yeah, okay. He had an Asgardian stroke. That's...
So anyway, from there, that's when Thor now starts learning all the humility and stuff. He starts to have a budding romance with Jane Foster.
Gets his encounter with Loki, who tells him, we have to banish you. And then Thor's like shattered. He's like, well, I accept this now.
And he told him Odin died, right? It was in that.
He said, your father died.
Which was a huge lie.
You just had well, you're the guy who gave him a stroke. You'd know if he died or not.
Talk about a guilt trip.
Well, Loki's he's got good reasons. I was a kidnapped baby.
So eventually, I think Loki decides to just send the destroyer to Earth to go and kill Thor. And then that's when...
Well, the Warriors 3, whom you can't name, and Sif, show up.
Decide to go back. And then
they're like,
Loki sends the destroyer after.
Yeah. And Loki's like, well, might as well just kill this guy.
Yeah, because they're going to tell him the truth.
Now, here's the bit, right? This is the sequence where the Warriors 3 and Thor finally, well, and Sif, get their collective, I want to say, excrement together. They get it together and they decide to fight the thing that we saw kill all of those ice giants trying to steal the magic blue cube earlier in the movie. The Warriors 3 get their asses handed to them and Thor decides to sacrifice himself, which is the thing. His sacrifice is the catalyst that proves him worthy to wield the power of his hammer.
And then we see Mjolnir flying back to him at lightning speed and land in his hand. He wasn't dead yet, I guess, because the way the scene looked was he got beaten to death.
Well, as we know, with Asgardians, if you are dying, you take a nap first.
Yeah, it's
or
just
a series of naps. And then you wake up again.
Like father, like son.
And you take another nap and then eventually get killed by your child you banished to hell. That's for later. We'll come back to that.
Okay. Yes, so that happens. And then basically Thor is now restored to his all full Asgardian glory. And he takes out the destroyer. Everybody now believes him and sees that he's not crazy, that he actually is an Asgardian and he is Thor from the myth that Earthlings know. And he goes back to Asgard and finally defeats Loki.
Well, defeats is a strong word.
Well, he didn't kill him, he defeated him. He thwarted his plans.
So that brings us up to the end of the movie. Thor breaks the Rainbow Bridge in order to...
Oh, yes, to stop Loki from destroying Jotunheim with the Bifrost, yes.
And here's where I get into the opinion part of this piece.
Okay.
Because I think Loki was right. So Loki never wanted to be king. Didn't want to be kidnapped in the first place either. So I think that's a nice point.
He did want to be king, though.
Yeah, but he didn't want to get kidnapped.
He didn't want to get kidnapped. He didn't even know he was kidnapped until he touched a frost giant.
I think Loki actually loved Thor. Like, he had a connection to his brother, right? So you've got Loki, who wants to follow, who's now on the throne because Odin sent his brother Thor to Midgard. And Loki wants to follow his father's will. Why wouldn't you? I would think Loki would think, wait, I could get Thor back if I could just prove him worthy. Why don't I put him in a position where he has to sacrifice himself? Bring Thor back, and I'm gonna just kill all the ice giants that Thor wanted to kill originally. Look at me getting things done.
But now here's the spanner in the works. Thor would have challenged his position to king as rightful heir.
I don't think Loki ever wanted to be king. Loki wanted to have a brother. That's what he says in his monologue at the end.
And secondly, Thor learned things that made him think differently about wanting to kill the Jotunheims.
Yeah, but Loki didn't know that. Loki was like,
didn't know that.
But Loki may have thought, let me test my brother in such a way that gets around father, because Loki's that smart that he would think, let's get around father's banishment, get Thor to prove himself worthy, come back, take the throne, I'll knock out the Smurf colony, it's fine, I can do this, look at me, right? And then he wins the affection of his brother, which is that's what he says in the monologue.
Yeah, he didn't.
I never wanted to be king, I wanted a brother. I don't know, I kind of relate to Loki. Also, you should definitely kill him immediately.
He is...
Shouldn't have kidnapped him in the first place.
He is a complex villain. But look, if the later movies are anything to go by, Loki always did want to be king.
Well, I think at the end of this movie, not having his father's approval, when he looks into Odin's eyes and Odin just says, no.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
at that moment. Tom Hiddleston brings this performance in where you're like, oh,
Without even saying anything.
my dad's disappointed in me. I can't. I'm shattered. I don't care about this. I can't do this anymore. I need to think about what I've done. And that's why, well, Loki's pretty compelling. He's relatable. I get wanting the approval of my father and the love of my brothers. I get it. I understand that. I still think you shouldn't have kidnapped the baby.
The makings of a perfect villain, for the audience to actually care about.
You have to make the villain relatable. The villain's got to be someone, were I doing that, I'd do the same damn thing.
Exactly. You need to be able to understand where it's coming from. How about Anthony Hopkins as Odin?
Yeah, that's the Allfather. That's
right. He really embodied it. Like,
I mean, there's so when Thor comes back from his excursion in Jotunheim,
yes,
and Thor's talking to his dad, and then Loki tries to step in, and Anthony Hopkins just goes, no,
dude. Like I couldn't even make out what the word was that he said. He was like, hey, or something like that. He kind of sounded South African.
I was like,
is Odin from?
Okay, I'll go.
I was like, is Odin from Wakanda in the MCU? Nah, but that was great though. So I don't know.
I wouldn't say great. It was a good origin story.
Yeah, look, there could have been a few more action beats, right?
Yeah,
but it was a character piece.
It's not the worst MCU movie.
We were bringing Thor into the whole thing. But yeah, look, no, I think we've just about covered everything, except for the fact that we kind of started the journey of the Infinity Stones in the post-credits scene. Even though they weren't alluded to as Infinity Stones, but we saw that there was a particular interest to the Tesseract.
Yeah, this is, I think, the first time we see something that's, okay, we've gone cosmic now. Here's the setup to, this is when Kevin Feige decides, this is our setup to Infinity. We know where we're going, this is the roadmap. Here's your thing. This is your MacGuffin. That Tesseract becomes important, and here's the first time we kind of get the scale of how important it could potentially be.
Yes. So, what do you give this? What rating do you give this movie out of 10?
Oh, a solid 5.
Oh yeah,
it's very average.
Look, I give it a 7. Okay,
you're wrong. Very average.
There were some things I liked in this movie. I mean,
you can like average things. That's fine. I'm not criticizing you for it, but
it was not average.
It's very.
I liked Chris Hemsworth as Thor. He really embodied the role, just like Christopher Reeves did with Superman back in the day, and Henry Cavill currently.
I like lettuce on a club sandwich. Don't make it like.
Right. I liked how they handled Mjolnir and the mechanics of how it works visually on screen.
Oh, and the first time we heard called Meow Meow.
Right.
I do like Kat Dennings. Still average.
Odin as the Allfather.
Exceptional. Wow. Yeah. This is really great. I think we see Odin the best in Thor 1 and then in Thor 3.
Yes. So yeah, I give it a 7.
Still a 5.
Anyway, you guys post your comments down below. Let us know what you thought of Thor if you've seen it and what you thought of this review. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the thumbs icon and leave us a like. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more from us, and click on the bell icon so that you are notified every time we drop new content on the channel.
If you do comment, then, well, be nice. It would be nice. Just be nice in the comments.
Let us know.
I read
what you don't like. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending time with us again. As usual, stay awesome, take care of each other, to infinity
and beyond.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. If you want to see some more from us, click here or click here.